I completely forgot to add myself to the stream. Let's start that again. Wagwan, everyone. I hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video up on Tereak Talks. I hope you are all doing well, people. Monday, first day of the week. So not the easiest. So for some, you might be on holiday, half term for the kids. For my nephews, hope they're having a good one. Hope your kids, nephews, nieces, grandchildren, whoever's watching this, hope you're having a great Monday so far. And if you are off with the kids, I hope you're having a great half term too. But you know what? If for those of you who aren't off with the kids, who are at work, you've survived. Or you're in a different time zone and you might be getting ready for work, or you might be working on that late shift like I know some of our subscribers do. I hope you're all doing good anyway. Yes, if you are new, everyone, we got plenty of people in the comments, but if you are new, please hit that like button. Please like the video. Even if you aren't new, please do that. And if you are new, butchered it there, subscribe to the channel, and put your notification bell on so you don't get to miss a stream like the ones that we're going to do here, because I want you guys interacting with me. This is what these streams are about for the channel. I've got so much things that I want to do. I've not even scratched the surface. There's videos that I need to do to help push and help grow the channel even more that I want you guys to interact with in the comments, just like I want you to do in these streams. But I know it's asking a lot of you to be in the streams, commenting, engaging with myself, and then after the stream's up to be even commenting there. And to be honest, I haven't been great with the comments, but I need to up my game. Come on, Tereak. If I'm going to grow in this game, I need to up my game. I need to engage with the comments a lot more as soon as they happen. So I can definitely do it. But let me go. Oh, sorry, focus. Apologies if that keeps happening. And there's nothing I can do. But let me go into the comments right now. We've got Casey up in the building. Guess who's back again? Tereak, you're miles ahead. 96 you got. I got 61. Mo Salah, I hate you. So you're hating Mo Salah for more than just one reason, more than just the goals that he slapped against your team. But we haven't got into that. We'll get into that in a bit. Caden first here. Nice to see you, Caden. Thank you for coming again. We got Jay up in the building. Yes, bro. Shearer, what you saying, bro? I'm good. How are you? I wonder what's happening. Ollie gone forever. We'll wait and see. We'll talk about that. Know how? Yes, Tereak, notifications didn't show up for this stream. YouTube, sort your game out. This is why I've set up a Twitch channel as well. Notifications on Twitch are a lot better, which is probably why you got a notification in the end. But if you prefer to watch through YouTube, that's fine. But also, guys, do follow me on Twitch. At Tereak Talks, same, just no space in the middle. So go check myself out on Twitch. I'm streaming on there too, if that is your preferred destination. T-Sheet, I'm here. Yes, you are. Know how? Leave a like on the stream, people. Thank you, Know how. You are doing the job for me. Eagle-Eyed Football, we got Rich in the building. Go subscribe to the channel. Check out Get Amped. I was on there last night. Go give it a watch. See what we was talking about with Man United fans having just general chat, really. I can't even say like it was proper debate. It was just general chat. It was more of a therapy session, which it has turned into. Have a church meeting soon, bro. So just dropping in to say big up to everyone. Drop a like and a comment at the end. Hope you have a good one at church on a Monday. It's not bad as you have on a Sunday too. So have a good one, man. Look after yourself. Thank you for popping by. I hear Ollie will stay for at least one more week. We'll get into that in a bit, Know how, and all the news discussing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Manchester United's managerial position, whether the Glazers are going to sack Ollie. There's more into it. I'm not going to talk about it just yet because I got a drip feed you. But yes, guys, make sure you do hit a like on the video. And before I get into it, this video is sponsored by Manscaped. Big up to Manscaped and everyone there for supporting the channel, for getting involved. And for me, Manscaped, thank you so much for this. It is a brand new opportunity, guys. And your way of saying thank you, and I've got a little gift for you, and that is Tereak 20 to get 20% off and free worldwide shipping wherever you're based, wherever you're watching this from. It might not even be in the UK, it might be in the US, maybe outside of the US, in Asia, Europe, you name it, Manscaped will ship to you. And if you use my code Tereak 20, you get 20% off all products. For me, my favorite product, You've heard me say it before. It's the Lawnmower 4.0 with its advanced skincare technology. It's different. It's different gravy, whether it's on the body. I've not used it on the body just yet, but you know what? I think I may do that. I've used it in the nether regions, mowing the lawn. You've heard me say that plenty of times. But you know what, people? I really do endorse it. So go check out the link in the description and use Tereak20. Christmas is coming up, guys. My birthday, I've said it. Get the Christmas gifts in early. You'll be sorted for the mister, for your brother, for your uncle, for your partner, whoever. So yes, people, do check out Manscaped in the description below. So let me go into the comments a bit more. We've got a few more. Watch Man United lose to Tottenham. My bet is 9-0 to Tottenham. Conte in contact with the Glazers. Latest I'm hearing, Ole will probably be gone by tomorrow at the latest. Can't see the wood for the trees. Give it the 4.0 a go. I like that one there, Noel. 4.0 actually bangs. Need to cut one. I'm saying this, and Shearer, I'm saying it truthfully. I won't be endorsing it if it doesn't bang. Trust me. So yes, definitely go check it out. And yes, you will need to go watch that vid tomorrow. But let's get into it now, people. Thank you for joining. We'll start off with the first game. Usually I like to go in chronological order. So I just started off with Friday's game, Arsenal, but there's no way that I can start anywhere else apart from this game that we do have up on my screen. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. Yes, you're probably sick of hearing it, Manchester United fans, with the likes of Shearer, with the likes of Know-How, and anyone else that is watching. So, do you know what, guys? I'm just going to say this now. Hold on. Let me get a background up on screen. There we go. Make sure we get the colours and the endorsements going and the brand. So, basically, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to take all bias away. I've had my laugh. I've had my joke up on Get Amped, up on the stream last night when we was doing the watch along for this game. I'm going to be honest with both sides and try and be fair and balanced, as I always like to say in the description of my videos. If you do check that out, if you are nosy enough, then I do say I do give balance, but sometimes I don't. And I know I don't. It's hard. It's hard to take my Arsenal cap off. But first things first, I'm going to give credit to Liverpool, and then we'll dive deeper on Manchester United, because I feel everybody's done that, and not many people have given Liverpool their credit that aren't Liverpool fans. So when we're looking at Liverpool and what they have done this season, they are unbeaten in the league. And that, I think, actually, in all competitions, Liverpool have continued their unbeaten run. And with a display that they put out and the emphatic scoreline of beating their rivals, their biggest rivals in the league, and do you know what? Their biggest rivals in general. Yes, it's not the closest in terms of, Liverpool versus Everton, which is the Merseyside derby, which is separated by Stanley Park. In this one, because it's Manchester United, because of the geographical reasons as well, with Lancashire and Merseyside having a history there, with Manchester, with Manx not liking Scousers. There's so much riding on this, as well as the biggest factor, England's two most successful clubs, Manchester United winning the league 20 times and having league title surnames, and Liverpool having 19. Liverpool winning 6 Champions Leagues, Manchester United next up with 3. So, it's a big game for many reasons. And for Liverpool to emphatically win 5 goals to 0 before the red card even occurred, it's a huge statement to where Liverpool are in this league. And for me, I called it. I know I'm going to be that person. I'm blowing my own trumpet. Liverpool will contend for the league title, and they will be up there. I do believe Liverpool are better than Chelsea. I don't think I was brave enough to say. I think I went for Chelsea to win the league. So I have gone for Chelsea to win the league, but this is a title race. This is a proper title race that we're going to see. And given the first 9 games, we are still early in the season. I think Liverpool are the most balanced and have the best 11 out of likes of Manchester City and Chelsea. Because when I look at their team, we look at Alisson, the touches that he was taking, he was outside of his box, a long ball played. You got the likes of Rashford, Ronaldo trying to run in behind, Bruno trying to press. I saw a ball come from the sky and Alisson control it with his thigh. That rhymes there. You can make a tune out of that. But Alisson, ridiculous goalkeeper. His distribution was on point. Man United's press, I'll talk about Man United's press in a bit more detail. It didn't faze Alisson at all. And then when you see the likes of Ibrahim Konate come in, dominate Ronaldo and any Manchester United attacker that tried to come near him, I thought he had a very good game even before Liverpool were going on. Before Liverpool extended their lead in the second half by 5-0. I thought it was fantastic. Then he was cutting out a lot of interceptions. He was cutting the balls out in behind. He was able to keep up with the likes of Rashford, with Ronaldo running down the channels. And he was doing a magnificent, I can't even get my adjectives out, magnificent job of marshalling all the United attackers that came near him. Van Dijk, we know his qualities. Alexander-Arnold, he did get beat a few times, but recovered a lot and showed that, you know what, Alexander-Arnold, defensively, for you guys that were cussing and saying, he's shocking, he's appalling, what did Rashford do in the game? Exactly. And this is Rashford. Rashford, let's be honest, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that's the best Rashford that we've seen in a United shirt. Next, we go on to Andy Robertson. Didn't really need to do much, but you know the balance that those wing-backs provide. In the midfield, missing the likes of Fabinho, Thiago, they still had Milner, Henderson, and Keita in the middle. Keita having his standout performance in a Liverpool shirt in that game. And then obviously rotating Mane, bringing in Diogo Jota on the score sheet as well. Then you've got Firmino, who provides these goals and chances for the likes of Jota, Mane, Salah. And then obviously I've just mentioned Salah, who is the best player in the world at this moment in time. What he's doing, it's ridiculous. I'm scared. Arsenal play Liverpool on my birthday. I'm not looking forward to that. But this is the complete Liverpool side. So I'll give my flat credit to Liverpool there. And Manchester United, wow. That performance from Manchester United, from the entire 11, actually from 10 players, because David De Gea, as he has proven this season, those 10 players, they were appalling if we speak about all of them. Wan-Bissaka had a shocking game. Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, Bruno, I was about to say Pogba then, but he didn't even start. Greenwood, Ronaldo had fits and spurts and obviously scored a goal which was declared as offside, and which was a correct decision, by the way. But even he could have got a sending off with how he kicked the ball at Curtis Jones. Let me know in the comments if you do think that was a sending off. And then Rashford was appalling. That Rashford gets hauled off for the likes of Cavani, who does nothing. Dalot, who tries to outrun Alexander-Arnold and couldn't do that, can't get past him at all. And Dalot's biggest asset to his game is going forward. The game was done by that point, though. But then Paul Pogba comes on the pitch at half-time, 15 minutes, and gets himself sent off for a horrendous challenge on Naby Keita, who was man of the match for me. But obviously, all the plaudits are going to go to Salah, who gets a hat-trick. So, yeah, Manchester United, appalling. And when that happens, you have to look at the manager for me. It's no one... You know my thoughts on Ole. If you don't know my thoughts on any, you are new to the channel. Ole should have been gone a long time ago. However, as an Arsenal fan, and this is me putting my Arsenal hat back on, Ole to stay at the wheel, please. Definitely. So, yeah, Manchester United, horrendous performance. They had it in them. Defensively looked shocking. The press, as I said, that I was going to talk about. Yeah, I don't even know what Manchester United were trying to do. There's no organised pressing there at all. What Manchester United when Manchester United have performed at their best under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it has been playing counter-attacking football, not pressing teams, sitting back with the likes of Maguire and Lindelof that don't have a lot of pace in behind and that can be exploited, as we saw with plenty of the goals being pulled pillar to post. And we saw this last season as well at Spurs. So in terms of their performance there, they tried to press Spurs then and they got battered. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you've got to realise, if you don't know how to set up a team, how to do the press properly, and you won't consistently do it in every game and go through these teething problems to make sure it happens, when you sign the likes of Ronaldo, he was never pressed in his career. Why is he going to press now? I've heard that being said a lot. You've got Maguire and Lindelof at the back who lack athleticism. You've got the likes of Bruno Fernandes, who runs like a headless chicken, who presses who's the furthest man forward in your midfield, and you've got Ronaldo who doesn't press but he stays up there, and then you've got Rashford and Greenwood. So you're playing a 4-2-4, and for McTominay and Fred, I do feel sorry for them because they are exposed, and we know their limitations. Manchester United do know their limitations as well, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer continues to do it. So for me, it's the coaching staff, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but even with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for me, if you get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, do you really trust the Glazers to make the right decision? I'm asking you there, Manchester United fans. I'm not saying you should keep him. Yes, he should go, and he should go. He should have been gone a long time ago. However, do you trust the Glazers to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with the correct manager, with the likes of Antonio Conte, Zidane, Ten Hag, who I've heard plenty of Man United fans mention? Do you think they're going to replace him with that and then build the team that they want? With the players, have that right structure in place with the director of football, a technical director, head of recruitment, those just having that structure in place to do that so that the coach can literally come and just coach instead of manage a lot of other aspects with his own team, and get a manager who's not going to be a yes man. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But let me get into the comments because there is plenty, and I spent a lot of time there and I haven't really got into the comments. So let's make this time now and talk. Tereak, any chance you can pick Brownhill? No chance. Don't worry about that. Getting paid on Friday, I'll use your code. Thank you. If FIFA doesn't make Salah the highest rated in the next game, then it's just not right. But with FIFA, they'll say they don't do that. They don't do that. I see what you're saying. He should be, I'd say on FIFA, probably a 91 if he keeps this form up and he keeps doing what he's doing. And I put the question in the title, is Salah the Premier League GOAT? It's a big question. I want to hear your thoughts on that, and then I'll give mine. I'll talk about that after I've gone through all the comments. Big up my brother Tereak. Big up your damn self. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate you for coming in the chat and bigging myself up, man. Big up you as well, Nathan. And we'll get into your team in a bit. I feel like we need to move on from the Messi and Ronaldo. New order is Salah, Haaland. They all need their props. I think that's a good shout there. Messi and Ronaldo aren't at the same level. Yes, they're the GOATs. And Salah and Haaland. Salah, he's not on the same level as Messi and Ronaldo in terms of his career, because these guys have done it consistently over 10 plus seasons. Salah has been doing it. When did he come to Liverpool? 2016, 2017? I think it was 2017. 2018. So yeah, let's say 4 or 5 years, Salah's been doing it at Liverpool for. So give credit to that. That's still elite. But Messi and Ronaldo on a different level. And Haaland, he's going to have to do it for 10 plus years. And yeah, Liverpool are on smoke. EA and FIFA have divorced. Yes, you are right. Yes, they have. That's obvious. Doesn't change the fact that next game by EA, if Ronaldo is higher than Salah, then that's got game. Tereak, any chance you could pick Brownhill, Longstaff, Lees Malouk, Vidra, Fred, Ramey, Skip, and any other doesn't score a lot in FPL so I can stage a comeback? Casey, it's not happening. I'm not looking at you, Casey. You're below me. You're the minnows. I'm looking above. I'm looking at the likes of Bungle. I'm looking at the likes of Moss. I'm looking at the likes of Aaron now. They're the people that I'm trying to get ahead of in the Tereak Talks League. And if you are new, go check out the link in the description. In the description, the FPL code is there, so go join. I do recommend it. It's a good laugh. We engage with this community. We talk about it a lot in our watch-alongs. That's what it's all about. EA ratings are a joke, never take them seriously. The consistency of Salah and Mane is unreal. And when they do have an off game, Firmino and Jota stand up. There you go. And that's what I'm saying about about the squad depth that has been overblown for Liverpool. Yeah, I've heard people say, Liverpool, how can you expect them to compete? They've not got the squad depth. We saw what happened some last season. Last season was a freak. If you lost 6 centre-backs, any team, you could be Manchester City, Chelsea, Manchester United, losing 6 centre-backs, you're not coming back after that. And what that meant is that Fabinho had to drop into the defence, and Henderson, which is taking players out from the midfield. And then you've got the likes of Thiago, who struggled with injuries. Fabinho struggles with injuries as well. We've seen that in his career. He's a bit like a Kieran Tierney. He always misses a few games throughout a season. Fabinho, which which people need to understand, with the likes of Naby Keita getting injured as well. Mo Salah stays fit. Mane stays fit generally. Jota gets injured. They have quite a few players that do. I went for Man City to win the league. We had no press. That press was horrendous. The press that was... You guys were pressing. Just like headless chickens, though. It's not an organised press. You pressed, but no organisation at all. Why do you think... that 4-2-4 that we saw against Atalanta, which was allowing a team like Atalanta to come and break you down and have plenty of chances to score against you, and should have scored more. They should have scored 5. And if Liverpool, and I think the Pogba red card saved you, by the way. That Pogba red card meant that you guys stopped pressing. You played that low block, then 2 blocks of 4. And that's where the organisation came. Liverpool obviously took their foot off the gas as well. I still think that Liverpool could have broke you down even with that. But the Pogba red card made you guys literally sit back. Honestly, Maguire needs to get sold. He's too clunky. Terrible man, especially as captain. That's... he's your captain. Ollie said he has no interest in leaving. And talking on Ollie Sato, that's a good point. Let me bring your comment back up just so I know where we are. There has been reports, Fabrizio Romano has reported that the owners, the Glazers, are... And this was this Fabrizio Romano, or was it Samuel Luckhurst? Luckhurst, yeah, but the Evening Standard. They have reported, whoever it is, you can go check it out if you want to get the credibility for it, that they are considering. However, there's no decision being made yet. So the fact that that's broken out, there's no smoke without fire. Know-how, that's not a good sign for you. You was hoping that Manchester United and Spurs scarf was getting put around my neck, but we've got to wait and see. I'm starting to gain a bit of traction now as the evening goes on. I've got my phone right next to me just in case anything breaks out. Nothing yet. I'm sure the chat will be popping off. I'm sure you guys would let me know too if something did happen. Ibrahim Konate must be one of the biggest centre-backs I've ever seen. I'm keen for Ali to leave, but not this week. Is Konate 6'4"? Yes, he is. God bless De Gea, poor guy. This is De Gea at his best, though. From what we've seen from David De Gea in his best years, though, really, is shots being pumped at his goal, fired. We saw it under Mourinho. That was David De Gea at his best. I remember the game at the Emirates, which is probably the best goalkeeping performance I've ever seen in a single game. Let me know if I'm wrong. I know I'm talking in absolutes, but yeah, I do think that was... So David De Gea on his day, this is it, and this is where David De Gea is back to his best. And because Man United are leaky defensively, he's making those saves. You could say that last season and the season before that, he was making a lot more errors. He seems to be back to his best. And I do think that a big part to play is the amount of chances that you concede. De Gea, when he's concentrated and when he has to remain concentrated and there's not that many chances in the game, I think that's where he lacks. But because of how the frequency of chances that other teams get on Manchester United, I think David De Gea has no choice but to stay concentrated. Physically awesome, large, and in charge. Talking about Naby Keita, Ibrahim Konate there. De Gea should have went to Madrid after all those years. Go through away his career in Titanic United. How we have a better team and look worse? That's a good question, really. I think that's because your team is better. However, the different players that you have and the type of players you need to have a coach who can set them up correctly. When you bring in Ronaldo and you're trying to press, it's not going to work. I'm not sure if you can do the counter-attack thing with Ronaldo anymore either and be a successful team. Nowadays with Ronaldo, with how his game is just... He's being out of the box a bit more and he's been trying to dribble, but the best part of Ronaldo is just literally just to be in the box and take chances. He doesn't actually add much to the game. And having a better team and more options, and when Ollie doesn't pick them and continually picks McFred in the middle, the likes of Pogba become disgruntled and unhappy. And Van der Beek gets more agitated. Sancho's not happy and doesn't feel settled. Lingard's there now. Cavani, Martial, just to name a few players that that were on the bench or didn't play. We have not progressed. We're going backwards. It's not easy just to press strategy for a team that isn't built. Guys, I'm going to skip through some of the comments now. We have spent a while on this game. But nice to see you, Edna. Thank you for joining. Paxton, nice to see you too. Cece, nice to see you in here. Thank you for joining. Hope if you are new, hit the like and subscribe button. And Grace is in the building too. Big up everyone in the chat. We're going to move on to the next game. And let me move on to the next game for you. And do you know what? In terms of talking points, should we move back to chronological order? I think we should. Let's go back. And we'll go on to Friday's game. We've started on the last game and we're going to go on to the first game of the weekend. Arsenal beating Aston Villa by 3-1. As an Arsenal fan looking into this game, that was our best performance of the season by a mile. It was better than the Spurs game because we actually performed across both halves. Against Spurs, we were dominant in the first half. We scored more goals in the Spurs game. That was the best performance I've seen from Arsenal under Mikel Arteta in a half, with the fluid football, the chance that we created. And even with Emile Smith-Rowe's goal in the 56th minute, it was very similar to the goal that Aubameyang scored in terms of the build-up play, the ball playing to Aubameyang flicking it around the corner for Emile Smith-Rowe, who shot this time, very lucky, deflected effort off of Tyrone Mings in this game. But previously against Spurs, he cut it back, and then you could also say that was lucky from Aubameyang, the way he scuffed the shot, but that led it to go in the bottom corner past Hugo Lloris. But for me, I was very pleased with the Arsenal performance. Best performance I've seen this season. We need to build on that now. But for Arsenal fans watching and anyone else watching, I'm coming up with a leveled head here. I do think that Arsenal's highest that we can finish, if all things go to plan, if we go on a run of form and things fall our way and then the other teams drop off and then they become inconsistent, is 5th place, given the strength of all sides. Even with Ole, I do think that you would finish 4th. But if that 4th position was in serious jeopardy, you would sack Ole, because that's what the Glazers would do. And then you'd get that new manager bounce, which you did get with Ole initially. And then even towards the end of that season, it kind of faded out. But did you get Champions? No, I don't know. You didn't get Champions League in that season. But yet, in this game, back to my point, Arsenal, across both halves, created plenty of chances. The Aubameyang goal in this game was a contentious one. For me, looking back on it, it was a penalty. I do think that Matt Target did clip Lacazette before he got to the ball. Initially, when I saw it, I was like, he did get a foot on the ball, so I can see who the argument is there. I was having discussions in the watch long with Jay about this, and yeah, it was major. It was VAR had a look at it. Was it Craig Pawson? I think it was Craig Pawson who was the referee in this game. Hold on, let me check. Would it say? I'm not sure if it does say here. But yeah, I think Craig Pawson was the referee. Oh man, I wish it said. But anyways, let me know in the chat if it was. But in this game, I was happy with the performance that we put in. Villa were awful, looking on a Villa perspective. They haven't been that great this season, Aston Villa. They've shown in flashes what they can do against Manchester United. Against Chelsea, even when they lost 3-0 on that one, I thought they were the better team in the first half, in the first 45. But in this game, they were second best throughout. Yes, they scored a wonderful goal. Jacob Ramsey smashed it into the top corner, even clipped off the crossbar. You couldn't place it any better with your hands. And then there was that nervy moment, as you get with Arsenal, with Ollie Watkins, as the ball was from a long throw from Matty Cash from that left-hand side, but he just seemed to go out. The referee gave a goal kick, but it was a corner. But from what I'm saying and what I'm looking at in Arsenal, this is what we need to build on in terms of performance. However, I come in with a balanced point of view, and I didn't mention it as I wanted to. It will we will go through rough patches and we will continue to lose games where we're not expected to. Arsenal fans, you just need to understand that. And that is what's going to happen with this. We do have the youngest squad in the Premier League. It's just a fact. And with youth comes inexperience, comes mistakes, comes not being able to control games, because we are lacking that experience. And with the likes of Granit Xhaka injured, yes, I know, but he's one of our experienced players. We are going to lack control. And I think that a better side may have been able to cause us problems in the last 10 minutes. But yeah, I was happy with the Arsenal performance. Something to build on. We move. So let me get into the comments now. If anyone's spoken about the Arsenal game here. Casey, Arsenal ESR is a great prospect. Exactly. I do agree with you on that. ESR and Saka, as Paxton said, Saka could be an unbelievable player if it works out. What a talent. Do you know what, with Paxton? In all honesty, with Saka in this game, I was disappointed. He performed well. I think all players in an Arsenal shirt performed well. And when that happens, if all players in an Arsenal shirt perform horribly, like we've seen in this season, you have to put blame onto the manager. But when all Arsenal players perform well, you have to put credit to the manager and give credit where credit is due. So Mikel Arteta is showing that he can, when he can, perform, and when he can get the team to perform, and when he can get the system right and get the tactics right for the game, because I think that's what we do need to, how we do need to set up. We're not good enough to establish our own style. So like how you see Liverpool, 4-3-3, Manchester City 4-3-3, Chelsea 5 or 3-4-3 with what they play, and then if it's against another team, they go to a 5-2-3. We're not good enough to just set up like that and have one rigid system. I think that we do need to adapt with. So in this game, Lacazette came in. That was perfect for this game, but it may not work out against a different team where we may need Ødegaard to drop in to pack out the midfield a little bit. We may need the likes of Aubameyang to be on the left, maybe. I'm not too sure. I don't really prefer Aubameyang on the left. But it will call... It's horses for courses at the end of the day. And Saka in this game, he should have scored. He should have got on the score sheet. And that is where Saka lacks. And that's where he needs to improve, in my opinion. I still think a dominant tackle in CDM will help out defensive structure enormously. Casey, I do agree with you there. I do. But when... This is what I'm saying, though. When your whole defence looks bad, I think the manager has to take blame for how he sets up. If it was just... If you lost 2-0 or 2-1 or even 3-1 to Liverpool, but the defence had a horrible game, the attack was creating chances, and the midfield was doing a good, decent job, but then the defence just made mistakes, Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, then you can say, you know, maybe if you had an elite CDM, they would have been able to prevent these chances from being created a lot sooner. However, with how open and Luke Shaw, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and Lindelof and Fred in the middle making constant mistakes, you have to look at the manager when the majority of the team. How is Elneny still an Arsenal player? Paxton, I have no idea either. That's a good question. I think he might go. He's been linked with Galatasaray and he may leave in January. Even January, he's not going to play anyway because he'll be at the African Cup of Nations. If Pepe was like he was at Lille, then whoa, exactly. We got Moss in the building. Oh wow, didn't notice this. What we talking for our match up to Leeds? The lineup for the game. Do you know what, Moss? I'm not going to talk too much about that because we are half an hour in and I've only gone through 2 games. I've gone through probably the 2 most important games, but there are still a lot of games to go where there was a lot of events and what we need to discuss about these teams and what we're going to expect. What we've learned in these first 9 games and especially with the weekend's performances. So yeah, I will be talking about that tomorrow. Man, me and Aaron, same amount of points, 95. Who won predictions as T Talks draws on Friday and Moss easy win Arsenal. Guys, I will go into the predictions at the end of this video, so do stick around. I will be going into it at the end of the stream. This one, it won't be too long. It won't be a 2-hour one like we've seen. So do stick around. And if you are new, please hit that like button, comment and subscribe. I will go through my predictions, Ed's predictions, and the TTFs. And Ed, big shout out to Ed. He's the one that's collated all your results and predictions and even giving you guys some shout outs, which I will get into. So please be patient with me. Our arch enemy gave us a footballing lesson. It's embarrassing. I have to face so many Liverpool fans at work. I'm thinking of wearing a balaclava. You know what? We've spoken enough about Liverpool and Manchester United. Casey, I know you're a Manchester United fan who's suffering right now. I will move on from there. And we'll go on to the next game, the 12 kickoff. Chelsea winning by 7-0. I won't spend too long on this one. Nobody predicted Chelsea winning by 7-0 in the prediction, by the way. But we all went for a Chelsea win. And Chelsea and Norwich didn't disappoint. But wow, 7-0. Mason, hang on. Mason Mount hat-trick. I thought he said something else then. I was sure Mason Mount scored a hat-trick. Mason Mount grabbing himself a hat-trick. Finally performing this season. Finally stepping up to the plate. However, it is against Norwich. We also saw goals from Hudson-Odoi, Reece James, Ben Chilwell again for the third game in a row. Chelsea fans, you must be happy because it looks like Ben Chilwell has returned back into the squad, which you saw him play towards the end of last. Oh, I just saw a moth then, but I thought it was a spider, so I got scared. I need to get that out before it starts eating my clothes. But anyways, Ben Chilwell, 3-3, back in that left-back position. I need him in my FPL team. Guys, you need to go and sort that out too. What a game this was, says Grace. Poor Ben Gibson, ex-Borough player, getting himself sent off. We was talking about that in your stream, Grace. How did it go, Grace? Let me know how it felt. Suffering, I'm suicidal. You can't joke about that, Casey. Yo, football does have effect on your mental health. Norwich straight back down. Again, yo-yo club. But that's the thing, Paxton. Norwich are happy with that. And let's touch on Norwich quickly and then we'll give Chelsea their flowers. I'll try. Because it's Norwich at the end of the day. Norwich have been awful. Norwich, what have they bought? They've had one draw this season, if I'm correct. Let me go into the league table. I'll be able to find that out. Oh, yes, it shows there. Okay, so Norwich have picked up 2 draws this season and the rest have been defeats. So, yeah, we can't expect anything from Norwich. Norwich with Daniel Farke, how he sets up his team. If Norwich were serious, like Manchester United, they would get rid of Farke and they would try and set up defensively and try and go for someone like, I don't know, but a Big Sam. But is that worth it? Because he'll still get you sent down because I still don't think the Norwich squad's good enough. Like, let's have a look at the squad for Norwich. I mean, the lineup in this game. Tim Krul, Ben Gibb. Look at the centre-backs, not good enough. Kabak wasn't good enough at Liverpool either. Max Aarons, who gets a lot of rave reviews. I think he's overrated. I'll say it now. Matthias Norman, that's not a Premier League midfield. Norman, Lees Melu, Giannoulis, Pukki, it's just a horrendous team. It's horrific. Straight back down, and there could be one of the worst Premier League teams. Do you see Norwich picking up a result soon? I don't at all. And then even if we look at their bench, come on, Brandon Williams, Rashica, I expected better from him. Zolis, who's a young player with high potential. Yeah, you're asking a lot. But with Chelsea, 7-0. I never expected this. I never expected Chelsea, especially with the likes of Lukaku, Timo Werner out to be scoring 7 goals. Got to give credit where credit is due there. As that's one probably in my tagline. I probably should have that on merch. Hopefully merch to come soon. Keep an eye out on that. But yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi getting on the score sheet, had a good game. The both wing-backs scoring. I was frustrated because Aspilicueta didn't even get onto the pitch, and that also didn't mean that I didn't keep a clean sheet, but also allowed Bungle to pick up some FPL points. But yeah, Chelsea, big win there. Let's move on into the next game, which is an interesting talking point. But before I do, actually, let me go on into the chat. Chilwell can't stop scoring. Tell me about it. Chilwell, Alonso, you never know, man. With them, exactly, Moss. And it's the problem when Thomas Tuchel, he's a bit like Pep, isn't he? Pep roulette, Thomas Tuchel roulette. He loves to do it himself. Switching these fullbacks. Aspilicueta dropped out. Rudiger was out injured the other day. Malang Sarr came in, had a good performance. You never know what he's going to do. Thomas Tuchel, who starts exactly. You could say the same as strikers, midfielders, goalkeepers even. We've seen Mendy miss out. Oh, man. But that was because of injury. I think Mendy's the only mainstay in this team for Tuchel. Well, I mean, I didn't see him get booked for the first time, so I must have thought it was a really dirty tackle, but no, it was a minor one. Yeah, I didn't see him get booked. Was you watching the game, Grace? Because I didn't watch it, to be quite honest with you. I didn't think it was good. Breakout, Delia Smith, where are you? Where are you? That one, yeah. Chilwell by far, yeah, better than Alonso. Tuchel's tactics suit the personnel. Ole should deploy 3-4-2-1. I agree with you there, Casey. It's probably the best way to get the best out of our personnel. Totally agree with you there. I've been calling that out, but I don't think Ole's got the tactical nous, which is why Conte has been linked with the job, and which is why so many Manchester United fans want Conte. He wouldn't bring you the best of football, I can promise you that, people. However, he will get you a lot more results and be more competitive in the league. Maybe the Champions League, even though Conte Champions League record appalling. So we'll have to wait and see. Thomas Tuchel's Champions League record wasn't that great. Having said that, he made the final the previous season with PSG. Conte, has he done that? No, he hasn't. Our lineup, if Tuchel keeps playing that lineup, including Lukaku, we're winning the Champions League again. How about the Premier League, though, Grace? Oh, nice Carabao Cup 1-2, 12. Sorry, I was reading that. 12:45 here tomorrow on Tuesday, DAZN. Thank goodness this one is on. Tell me about it. The Wimbledon game wasn't. We were struggling there, wasn't we, Moss? Football does have an impact, does have an effect on your mental health. But I live to fight another day, White Hart Lane, next weekend, hopefully with Ollie not at the wheel, because I can't wear that United scarf. Know how there you are. Had to put the kids to bed. Casey in at United for me. Might do Tereak Talks in, because I'm thinking I might scrap the Arsenal career mode and start with Manchester United, because it'll be quicker. I'll get you there. I'll sort your team out. I'll sort your team out, boys, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, of course I was. Both of the Champions League and the Premier League. Chelsea are just unstoppable. Nah. You telling me, okay, Grace, you think Chelsea are better than Manchester City in the league? Nah, I don't see that. I know you're top of the league right now, but what we saw from the Chelsea-Manchester City game, nah, it's interesting. I did go for you to win the league, so I'm changing my mind, though, after the performances I've seen. So how's the news over the pond? Is Ole Gunnar still alive at Old Trafford? Yes, he is currently, and I'm hoping he doesn't stay alive in Old Trafford for much longer, because not Casey, Moss, I'm going to have to wear a scarf. And Grace is going, oh yeah, defo by far. She's definitely showing her blue colours there. Go support Middlesbrough. I can't say that. People would say the same. Go support West Brom. But, you know, all Wolves. Let's move on to the next game. This was an interesting one. Joshua King scoring a hat-trick at Everton. And if you don't know the storyline to this, which is why it's amazing, Joshua King was at Everton last season, spoke about in an interview before this game, said that he doesn't feel like he had the fair crack at the whip under Carlo Ancelotti, rolled up to Everton, scored a hat-trick, scored 5 goals after Claudio Ranieri got spanked by another Merseyside team in Watford in that game. But rolls up to Merseyside himself and goes and grabs 5 goals. Everton, this is why I don't rate them, because they're inconsistent. Rafa Benitez, Carlo Ancelotti, they're working with these players. When we look at Everton's side, yes, they had Richarlison back and no Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is still out injured. But when we look at this Everton side, we can't take him seriously. Jordan Pickford in goal, he's decent. He's all right, I guess. Michael Keane, Godfrey, Luca Dean, Seamus Coleman, not a solid defence for me. The midfield, Tom Davies. I rate Alan. I think Alan's decent. But the rest, Townsend is a good player. I think he's an average Premier League player. He gets you goals and assists. Not a spectacular amount, but he will do that. Anthony Gordon, still a young player. Tom Davies, even though he scored, I don't really rate him. I don't really rate the lads. Rondon's not good enough up front for a team trying to challenge in Europe. And then Damari Gray, he still looked threatening, but you know, I just don't really see much in this Everton team, in all honesty. And especially when Watford are rolling up and smashing 5 goals past you after the performance, after the horror show we saw them put up against Liverpool last week, which for me, you have to give Liverpool even more credit than they deserve, by the way. So yeah, big game for that one there. I was happy to see Joshua King. Will Watford stay up? I think they could, you know. I think Watford could stay up, and mainly because I think there's 3 teams worse than them. I can't see many teams rolling up to many relegation fodder rolling up to Everton and outdoing them like that. Obviously, Burnley rolled up there, got smashed. They got literally obliterated within minutes. Townsend scoring. I think Michael Keane scored as well, and then Damari Gray. Can I see Newcastle doing that? No. Anyone else? Relegation fight? I just see in Norwich, of course not. So yeah, I think Watford could stay up this season, but that depends on what happens in Newcastle. And speaking of Newcastle, I didn't speak about this game, Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. Apologies there for you Palace fans. Disappointing result once again. I'm looking at this from a Palace perspective. Patrick Vieira received all the plaudits, only has 1 win to his name as manager. That came up against Spurs. Callum Wilson won the goal. If you haven't seen that goal, do go check it out. I do recommend Callum Wilson. One of the goals of the season. Will it win goal of the season? I don't know. We've got another goal of the season contender to come. So I'm not too sure there. I'm going to try and speed through this one now. Crystal Palace, disappointing, missing their chances. Benteke scoring, good finishing it. What a header that was. Missing a big one-on-one chance and then scoring again, which is disallowed because of Mark Gahey pulling down, I think it was Kieran Clark, I believe, or whoever it was, a Newcastle defender, pulling him down as Benteke rolls up high, and one of the best headers you'll see in football. But yeah, Crystal Palace once again creating chances, not taking them, which will prove costly, and which is what I see Crystal Palace being a mid-table side. Let me go back into the comments now as I've rolled through 2 games. We've still got 3 games to go, 5 games to go, counting 3 games on the Saturday, 2 on the Sunday. Let me go. Grace, they signed some lad with mountain calves for 100 million and think they're going to win every single trophy. Grace, they're going to compete for every single trophy because they did last season. And whether they'll win every single trophy, I don't think so. But we'll get into Man City in a bit. The only way to stop Salah, you said this yesterday, is COVID-19 infection. No fallback in the world can stop him. Well, I can maybe see City come close, 3rd or 2nd. You got to back your lads. You have to back them, don't you, really? Pickford is not the goalkeeper for Everton, but he's mad for England. We've seen a lot of players do that, though, Grace. Danny Welbeck, Peter Crouch, in their career, perform really well for England. Harry Maguire. Alan from Napoli, Doucouré from Watford are better than McFred. I agree. I do agree with you there. But even Ollie would ruin Alan and Doucouré, in all fairness. The Norwegian assassin, the Norwegian Lineker with a hat-trick, but it's Watford. It is Watford, and you have to give credit where credit's due. James McCarthy and Will Hughes are better than McFred. Is this anyone who's better than McFred? Oh, man. My game week 10 FPL, by the way, maybe the best. Oh, we'll have to have a look at that, Grace. We'll have to have a look at the end of the stream. Watford got Southampton next. Could win again. Yes, they definitely could. Southampton as well. Don't see Southampton rolling up to Everton and doing what Watford did there. Everton are threatening 1-11, but their squad depth is debatable. Still, Digne, Keane, Alan, Doucouré, DCL, Richarlison are all decent. Yeah, they're all decent, but Casey, they're all injury prone as well. Newcastle have 200 million transfer budget on FM22. What are you saying? No, how you may be purchasing FM22 for me with that bet that you did make. So I'm saying that's a shout. Newcastle would be perfect on FM because I would make it realistic. I wouldn't sign Mbappe, Haaland and that. I would try and really rejuvenate their squad in that summer in terms of keeping the likes of St. Maximin. I know who you don't rate, but we'll see. I don't know what he'd be like on FM, actually. What is St. Maximin like on FM? Can't imagine him being too bad. But yeah, Newcastle, we have to see there. Paulo Fonseca, I think that's a risk if they do go with him. Not sure if he'll keep them up. But my thing is, Newcastle, apologies, Adam, and any Newcastle fans that you're watching, you got to go down for me. Got to go down. Let's get him down because let's keep him as far away as possible. Let's stall the process into them being a top 4 side. But let me move on to this game quickly. Leeds United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Rodrigo with a penalty. Hwang Hee-chan scoring in the 10th minute first. Rodrigo in the 94th minute. Given away by Semedo. I could call him so many words, but that wouldn't be my vocabulary. But let me call him something that I would say. He's an idiot. Yeah. Semedo, I can't believe what you did there. You robbed me from a clean sheet. That's the main reason why I'm angry. I'm lucky that we don't get minus points for fouls given away. He didn't pick up a yellow card, thankfully, but got me 2 points and cost me a clean sheet in that game, which I needed to catch up on the likes of Bungle, Aaron and Moss. So, yeah, I'm not bitter at all. Leeds, once again, lucky. Big result for them, though. A lot of you did go for that. We'll go into the predictions at the end, so please, guys, do stay if you can. And if you can't, come watch this back and then I'll talk about your predictions because I really want to get into them because it's going to be interesting for you guys to see. So, yeah, Leeds drawing and Wolves winning. I mean, Wolves should have won, which would have done me some more points, but Leeds grabbing a draw there. A lot of you did go for that. Some of you did. Southampton versus Burnley, as we can see here, 2-2. Good game in the end. Maxwell Cornet again scoring a brace. Valentino Livramento, Armando Broja. So we're seeing one Chelsea player that's on loan and one former Chelsea player in Valentino Livramento. You've heard me speak about this kid all season, Armando Broja, coming in and doing a job there as well. But Maxwell Cornet scoring a fantastic goal and scoring a fantastic header as well in the 13th minute. But then the volley from Cornet in the 57th minute. Burnley picking up a draw there. 2 relegation fodder for me. The 6-pointer that's been shared a point apiece. Brighton versus Manchester City in this game. Oh, before I go into that one, those of you who have Tino Livramento, I'm not happy. I should have went for him. I didn't see him getting him as many games as he did, though, in all fairness. I didn't think Hasenhüttl would trust him. But yeah. Brighton and Hove Albion getting battered at the Amex Stadium by Manchester City by 4-1. Phil Foden grabbing a brace and Riyad Mahrez scoring. Phil Foden got me nice bit of points in that game. Man of the match bonus points, 2 goals, assists. I was happy. Ilkay Gundogan scoring the first goal in this game. Foden next, and they're making it 3-0 at half time. Alexis McAllister scoring a pen given away by Edison once again. If I had a Manchester City defender, I wouldn't be happy. But you know what? I don't, so I don't really care. But Riyad Mahrez scoring a 4th. Man City proving once again why they are so elite. Brighton and Hove Albion, yes, they didn't perform well in the first half especially. However, we can't disrespect Brighton here. Brighton are a fantastic side, whether we like it or not. They're in where the table doesn't lie. Let's have a look. Where are Brighton in the league table? They're above all of our teams. They're above, apart from Chelsea. Grace is in here. They're in 5th place, just outside the top 4, 2 points behind West Ham. So give credit where credit's due to Brighton and even more for Manchester City for obliterating them. Brighton do have Liverpool next. It'll be interesting to see what Liverpool do against Brighton. So, yeah, Manchester, Phil Foden, fantastic player. I'm sorry, Saka, Greenwood, Foden's clear. I apologise, I don't like saying it, but Foden's just a different level. Brentford versus Leicester. 2-1 to Leicester. Yuri Tielemans. Woo-hoo-hoo. Before I go into that one, though, I think he'll be wearing the scarf, fella. It's hashtag Ollie in at the moment. Tereak, if you were in charge of Newcastle, who would you sign? For Newcastle, who would I sign? Okay, so my first signing, I'd look to get Van der Beek. But really, what Newcastle need is a defender. I think Rob Holding would do a decent job for Newcastle. So anyone? Liverpool? No. Man United? No. Boy, maybe. Man United, they could hit Manchester United and get rid of a few of their players. Van der Beek, Lingard, Martial. But in all fairness, I think James Tarkowski would be a good signing. I don't know if Burnley would be open to having a sale of a player like that. In mid-season, his contract is due to end. So for me, I'd look at the defence first and then midfield. Midfield is a horror show from Newcastle. That is where they need sorting out. Striker, it's okay for now if you can keep Wilson fit, St. Maximan. Probably looks. There's so much. I think they need a goalkeeper is the only solid position for Newcastle. Defence, midfield, attack can all get improved, and they all have room for improvement. I mean, when you are sitting pretty at the bottom of the league, you will have a lot of areas to improve. So yeah, Alwa Leon, how good is he? He's a very good player on his day. Technically amazing, very skillful, scores goals, creates chances, gets assists. However, very inconsistent. Not sure he would. He's not. I don't think he's the right player that Newcastle need in terms of what they're doing at the moment, which is a relegation battle. He's a luxury player, and I don't think that would work. Guimaraes would be a good signing, I believe. Yep, Aouar and Guimaraes, quality. I want Bruno Guimaraes at Arsenal, know how. No, how should Man United go knocking on the door with an open checkbook? Can't see the Glazers splashing out again. I'm just narrating this conversation between Casey and Know-How here. Money is always available, and sales will come into play too. Ollie is not the man, but Glazers are 100 times worse. They're entirely financially motivated. I do agree with Know-How there. Casey, I'm back in the side of Know-How. They are entirely financially motivated. We saw them splash out. I think that was more in response to the Super League to try and regain their reputation. With sales coming in, I think even with the sales though, Casey, they can say, oh, you know what? We needed to recoup some money back after all the money we spent in the summer with Ronaldo's wages, Varane, Sancho, all of that. So yeah, maybe in the summer, I just don't see it with Ollie in charge. You can get anyone in. He's not the right manager for that. But let's move on into the last. But you know what? I haven't spoke about this one. This is the penultimate game. Then we'll move on to the last one. Leicester City 2 wins now in a row, I do believe, picking up that 4-2 win against Manchester United. Now picking up a very good result given Brentford's starts to the season. Winning 2-1. Yuri Tielemans. Wow, this guy, he only scores bangers. Tielemans does. Fantastic. And I think Tielemans is a shout for FPL, by the way, for a differential. Not many players will have him. FPL players, by the way. And he scores a lot of goals, grabs some assists. He grabs some assists in midweek too. But James Madison getting on the score sheet after Zanka's header. James Madison, can I just say, why is he celebrating? Do you know when you get a goal sweated to you like that, you always see players, usually, they run over to the player that's just made the pass. James Madison, what are you doing? Why are you giving them the ear? You've just scored a tapping in an open net. I'm not going to go too much, but yeah, James Madison thinks he's returned back to form. But yeah. Ollie, can United sell the club back to a more fan-orientated ownership? They're not going to do that, Casey, with the amount of money that it costs. Got to go, family. Wife's calling. Cracking stream again, T. Thank you very much. Guys, do stay because I'm going to move on into this game. Sorry, Noah, I know you got to go. That different. You know what? I think the wife's more important than me. I think so. I think I might have to concede that there. But anyways, Casey, everyone else, please stay because I will come into the predictions at the end just to make it so I can really spend a bit more time on that. West Ham United winning by 1-0 against Tottenham in a horrific game, by the way. But I'm happy. Mikel Antonio in my fantasy league. Spurs losing once again. Spurs in the mud. And that means that Arsenal are... Let me try and zoom into this league table so you guys can see it there. West Ham sitting pretty in fourth, picking up another win. Their first win post a Europa League game, which is massive and vital for them after Spurs lost in midweek with all those changes that they made. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't. Harry Kane not scoring after people put him in. Falling for that. I think you've been listening to Harry Kane too much, people. Saying, I've scored 10 goals this season. I've scored 10 goals this season. That's what you're saying. But yeah, Spurs 6th, 1 point above Arsenal. After Spurs being top of the league after 3 games, Arsenal bottom or around the bottom. It's funny. Manchester United on the same points as Arsenal. Not even that far off goal difference anymore, given the Liverpool result. You love to see it. Not Newcastle, Burnley in the relegation zone. Leeds just above it as well, 3 points above Burnley. Southampton just above it too. No, Crystal Palace. Guys, Watford are above you who have sat their manager. Come on. This game dragged on so much. Yeah, it did. I didn't even watch it, Grace. I'm not even going to lie. I was preparing the stream. I saw the goal, though. But yeah, Tottenham are a horrific side. They are bad. Come on. They have to be honest there. But guys, this is the time now to move into the predictions. And I think I may. I'm going to have to get this. Apologies there. Sorry, people. I need to sort it out. I will get into the predictions. I'm going to get into it now. I just need to get that tab opened and ready and show it you. Because Ed did email it me. Big up, Ed. It will be back on Friday, by the way, guys. So stay tuned. We will be doing a preview show predictions again. But let me show you the TTF fam. Yeah? Let me show you. Hold on, let me get rid of that and that. Let me share the screen with you right about now. There we go, people. As you can see, the result, Arsenal won by 3-1. I said, let me zoom in, actually. I think I'll need to zoom in so that you guys can see it loud and nice and clear. And then you can see the points at the end. You've probably seen them already, but if you haven't, if you are watching the video, if you are listening to it and not really watching, I'll read it out for you anyway. Arsenal winning by 3-1. I said a 1-1 draw, so I got 0 points for that. Ed also went for a 1-1, 0 points. TTF, though, you guys went. The fam, you went for a home win, so that gained you a point there. Chelsea, everyone went for Chelsea winning. No one got 7-0. 1 point there for everyone. Crystal Palace, Newcastle. I said 1-0. Crystal Palace. Callum Wilson done me dirty. He would have got a perfect then. Ed said 1-0 too, so he would have got one. And the TTF said a home win. No points for any of us there. Look at this, man. I said it in the. Let me get my big head up on screen. Stop popping that up, man. I'm having a mare here. I fully said Watford could do something. I did say it. Come on, guys. I did say it, but I didn't back it enough. And I copped out and I went for a draw. Oh, Ed went for a 2-0. Look at that, man. That would have caught myself back up because I'm bottom at the moment with my 4 points, as you can see. And look at that, you guys with 9. But yeah, so I am bottom. Me with 4 points, Ed with 6, and the Tereak Talks fam winning. And by the way, guys, there will be prizes for the Tereak Talks fam. We've also got Leeds, Wolves, 1-1. I said 2-1. Ed said draw. It did end in a draw. You guys went for a draw. I think Steve and Tish went for a 1-1 exact. So because somebody went for an exact draw, you had to take the 3 points. Southampton, Burnley. I went for a draw. I got that one. Nice. But so did you, TTF. Ed went for a Southampton win because he said, I don't see Southampton score. I don't see Burnley scoring. They only went and scored twice, Ed. They only went and scored twice. So that shows how much you know about football. I'm joking. I can't say that. You got more points than me. I'm just trying to find a win. Man City. I said a Man City win. Ed, you were close. Mahrez has done you dirty there from a perfect score. But you guys went for an away win too. No one else got the correct score line. Mahrez, done you dirty there, Ed. Leicester. Brentford, Leicester. I went for a 2-2. Brentford should have scored 2 goals. But yeah, Ed went for a 1-1 draw. And yeah, if Daka doesn't square it to Madison there and he fluffs his lines, he maybe would have got that one right. West Ham, I did. Oh, why didn't I back it though? I didn't back it. And that's why I'm behind. I went for a Liverpool win by 3-0. Ed went for a 5-2. There was a 5-2 in this game, in this week. And it was to a team in Merseyside that suffered on it, though. But yeah, everyone went for an away win there. Everyone went for a Chelsea win, and everyone went for a Liverpool win. Says a lot about you, Manchester United, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But as you can see there, Tereak, myself, 4 points, Ed on 6, and TTF with 9. So TTF taking the lead there without showing up all my emails. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for joining me in this stream once again. Sorry, I can't even sort this out. Let me come back to the comments. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Love that, Grace. That's something me and you can we can agree on when it comes to talking football. Tottenham are okay, just inconsistent. It'll be sweet if we beat Leicester and Spuds versus Man United draw, and we'd be ahead of both of them. Happy days. What a spreadsheet this is. Yo, give credit to Ed. Ed's the one, he's a spreadsheet king. He loves a spreadsheet, Ed does. So does Grace by the looks of it. Remember, I changed to Leeds draw with... Yes, you did. You was in the Instagram DMs, but it's too late, Moss. Too late. Nice, TTF peeps. Yes, you're doing it though, Moss. You're still ahead, so I can't be taking that one there. Tomorrow's lineup, do you know what I'm going to go for? Okay, I like this one. For me, Moss, I'm going to go for Leno in goal, Cedric right back, Holding Mari, and I'd say Tavares again. I think Tavares deserves to play. He'll be all right. So complete... only Tavares staying from the Villa game. I'm going to go with... Do you know what? I can't really slap too much of the midfield. So I'm going to say... Do I go... Nah, I can't go Partey again. I'm going to say Lokonga, though. Lokonga in the middle to start. I'm going to go Lokonga in the middle with Maitland-Niles. I think this is the time for Maitland-Niles to prove and get back into some form. Ødegaard ahead of them in the 10. I'm going to go Pepe on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Balogun up top. That's the lineup I want to see. However, Moss, I do think that Mikel Arteta will go for a much stronger team. I think he'll play the likes of either Lacazette or I don't know. And now actually Lacazette may be injured. I think he might not risk them one of them strikers. I see him playing a Thomas Partey. I see him playing a Gabriel or White. I do see him playing probably a Ramsdale too. And maybe a Tomiyasu. I do think he'll go for a strong team. But let me see yours. I've gone down a place in the FPL League. That's what we love to see, Grace. That's what we love to see. That means that someone's joined, I'm sure. If I'm right. Get Gabby, Martinelli in. Maybe Leno. Yes, I do think Leno should play. Nuno, I think he will play. Lokonga now, then maybe. I think... yes and no. I want to see... Okay, maybe El Nene and Maitland-Niles. Can we say that one? I'm not happy with Maitland-Niles, though. He's got another opportunity. He's very lucky to be at this club, in my opinion. Arteta, I don't know why he's so adamant on keeping the lad. He doesn't mind leaving. I'd have got rid of him myself. Now I'm going up this week with my team. I'm telling you, Grace, you've been saying that for so long now. We'll have to wait and see. But guys, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thank you very much for joining. Please do like the video, comment and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And to grow the TTF, share the channel to friends, family, social media, anything. And you guys have been continuously showing support. I thank you so much for that. As you can tell, I'm getting tired. It's been a busy day. But you know what? Don't forget as well, this video on this channel is sponsored by Manscaped. Do click on the link in the description. Go check out manscaped.com. Lawnmower 4.0, perfect for all male grooming needs, whether it's body hair, nether regions. Go check it out. They've got many more products on there as well, like the weed whacker, ball toner, ball deodorant, boxers. You got a nice little bag there as well, a carrier, a toiletry bag. So you know what? Go check it out, people. I'm going to leave you now. Take care, everyone, and peace.